Okay, it's very windy here. I'll try and keep the noise down. Today we're going to try to repair this model 919153131 Craftsman air compressor. I've already gone ahead and taken the covers off. Actually, they've mostly fallen off over the years. I was contemplating going down to the local import store, we'll call it hardware store, and buy a new compressor for about $100 with a coupon. Or I could try, I can try to repair this one, and there are kits available for the Craftsman. So I've gone ahead and ordered the sleeve here, the piston, and the O-ring seem to be the most popular parts. I don't have this gasket, but I do have to take the head off and whatnot to replace that. So here we go. I might point out the problem we're having is it would only build up to about 80 pounds. I noticed it was on the last project. It was running and running and running and never getting up to full power, and that piston there just doesn't even sound good. So we're going to disassemble it and replace. I believe the only other parts I've had to replace on this was this check valve here and this pipe here. I think I used something from an old kitchen sink faucet or something. Let's go ahead and finish taking this head off. Okay, so far after loosening, I just had to pull this straight out. There's our reeds in there, which I know folks have replaced, but I don't think that's our... We may not even have to go in there, but I do have to separate that because that's the sleeve we have to replace. Here's our piston. Let's see what we have. Here's our replacement part. This was under $40, 30 something. I'm sorry to say, Sears wanted almost double that price. Although their diagrams are helpful, the pricing shied me away. A new style sleeve. O-ring, new style sleeve, and instructions. I guess this is a number of manufacturers. I don't know who the OEM for this compressor was, but the tank says Phoenix SA-181 USA. Okay, we have to remove the valve plate here, which is where the gasket is. So I'm going to we're just going to leave it on the wood stove here a minute and let it get nice and warm. Try to just hit it with one of those plastic hammers and see if we can't separate those. Okay, although it does say to separate these halves, to change the O-ring, I'm not going to go in there. I gave it a couple taps with the plastic hammer, and I'm sure I could pry it and get it apart, but if it's not broken, I'm not going to fix it. And I don't have the air intake replacement part anyway. That was quite prohibitive cost-wise. That's the only reason I would need to separate this. So I'm just going to clean it up with some steel wool and put the new O-ring on and go change out the sleeve. The reeds look okay. I have no reason to. Okay, that cleaned up pretty nicely, and I've gone ahead and unscrewed this, and this doesn't seem to be giving us any problem either. I do have to get that bearing out of there, though. I think we only have to loosen this and slide it off. I'll take it out. And we get a new one with our replacement anyway. Just take a look comparison of our new sleeve and our current sleeve and the old piston and connecting rod here. This is supposed to be new and improved, I gather. And we had no trouble getting the blower impeller, or whatever you want to call it, off. Okay, it says place it to the edge, flush with the edge, and that is a Torx on our new one. And put our sleeve in. Okay, the one mistake I made, you install them as one piece, the piston and the sleeve. Okay, there's a couple things, discrepancies. Position locating mark towards motor. I don't have one of those. And the other thing, this one has a mark, the old one. The old one has this ring that was underneath it. Do I put the ring on or do I leave it absent? This one doesn't show it. I'm going to put it in there. So I'll take it off again. It goes right in between. These things they don't tell you. Okay, I've gone ahead and installed the little washer thing under the cylinder. Okay, so here we are all put back together. And go plug this in and see how it goes. Alright, let's turn it on and see what happens. Now before it would not pump up much past where it is now. And it would keep running. Let's see how high it goes and if it shuts off. Perfect. We'll wait a few minutes to see if this holds. Now, there you have it. Being made in USA kind of lends you to the fact that you can get parts for it, because I know someone that tried to call the Harbor Freight to get a piece for their compressor, and they were like, we don't have any parts for those. So this you buy new one attitude has been going on for too long. This will be as good as new.